Big Dog, 97.9. Let's begin.
We start with our first laugh. This is Ron White talking about people who blame violence on video games.
They're weird out in L.A., man. I read a thing in the paper. They said they were going to try to outlaw the big screen, real-life handgun shooting video games because they say that that's what's wrong with the youth of America today. They're learning how to accurately shoot guns with video games. It's not a parenting problem. No. It's a video problem. They figured it out. Congratulations. When they have a genuine problem, you try to tack a solution to it that has nothing to do with the problem. It's a parenting problem, you know? I got a great idea. Don't outlaw those machines. Give them to the state troopers of California because they're some of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life. I saw a shootout once live on TV that went on for so long, eventually the criminal got frustrated and just shot himself. I did. And the cops are on TV whining about it, too. They're like, he's got on body armor. He's got on body armor. I'm watching it live on CNN going, I can see his head.
Big Dog, 97.9. How about some knowledge nuggets?
Yes, let's do that. Make me smart.
There's a town in Oklahoma Panhandle named Hooker, and its slogan is, it's a location, not a vocation.
That's very good.
Yes.
Hooker, Oklahoma.
Very, very proud of them.
Yes, I am too. You're
a location,
whoever
not a
come
vocation.
up with that. That's great.
Smokey the Bear's official name is just Smokey Bear. There is no "the" in this.
There's something about me that doesn't like that, though. You know what I mean? It feels like it needs it. Smokey the Bear.
Nope, Smokey Bear.
All right.
Thomas Edison invented an electric pen in 1876 that was later adapted to become the very first tattoo machine in 1891.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Because otherwise, what's the use for an electric pen?
Right. The only sound in space is a singing black hole that emits sound waves.
Okay, sure. I've never heard it, so I don't believe it.
Knowledge nuggets continue. The pinky is responsible for 50% of your grip strength.
Really? I figured the thumb would be more responsible. Nope. No.
Squeeze your hand.
Grip strength.
Strength.
The pinky is like squeezing down. You're right.
50%.
Way more than the other fingers.
The others are very slacking. If that's 50%.
Dang, Pinky, I always underestimated you.
There you go. There's your knowledge nuggets this morning. Big Dog, 97.9. Time for
the Morning BJ. Good morning to you, Jules.
Good morning, guys.
Hello. What do we have?
What does a clam do on their birthday?
I don't know.
They celebrate.
Okay. Thank you, Jules.
You're listening to the Chris Purple Hayes and Bobby Show.
Big Dog, 97.9.
Going to be another hot one today and good portion of the week, as I understand.
Yes, we put up a question because me and Bobby argued about this, and we needed your help to determine whether or not he was wrong or he was right. Or I was wrong or I was right.
It's like how we started with I was wrong there. Stop with your subliminal messages.
Shh. Turn up the AC. Does it mean cooler or warmer? I say that it is cooler. Bobby said that it was warmer. We asked you at Big Dog 979, the Facebook page, or Chris Purple Hayes and Bobby Show. And I would say probably, I did not go in and physically count each one. But I'm going to say it's almost 50-50.
Yeah, pretty close to 50-50. And a lot of you guys are, like, really breaking it down for us, too.
Yes.
So many of you are just saying warmer, cooler, whatever. But, I mean, we've got people that are explaining it to me in paragraphs as to why you're right.
Right.
Most of the people, I think, that sided with me just said warmer. That was it. There were a few that went into a little more detail, but... a lot of good arguments out there, too, but about 50-50. So now we still don't have a winner. We don't really like that.
I won. That is obvious.
No, it isn't, though.
It is obvious. Even if it's equal, the reason I win is because people went into more explanation of why to explain it instead of just going, warmer.
That doesn't make you a winner.
Yeah, it does. Big Dog, 97.9. Bobby breaks records. Goes down every Tuesday at 7:10. At this point, the voting is still open. We will announce the winner of the Bobby Breaks Records at 9:10 this morning.
Yeah, we've got a couple really good ones up this morning. So over the weekend, lots of votes coming in so far, but you still got time to get out there and vote. Chris Purple Haze and Bobby Show on Facebook.
If this right now, it is the stacking of the donuts blindfolded in 1 minute, or it is the throwing of the tortilla. I was told by somebody they voted on the tortilla because they have seen you stack.
Okay,
in a previous attempt.
That's fair. I thought I did relatively well with the toilet paper until it fell.
Well, that's usually
that's the problem.
And you had one.
And yeah, but I think if I tried again, I would do better. I really do. I've never tried to throw a tortilla 90 feet, and so I have no idea what my baseline is there. I've no idea.
So either it is going to be the stacking of the donuts, or it is going to be the tortilla throw. That's going to be happening tomorrow at 7:10. We'll Facebook Live it, and if it is the tortilla throw, we will not have we'll have a Facebook Live of it happening and everything because we'll have to go outside.
We got to go mobile for that. Yeah.
But you can still go vote, and you can make those votes count until 9:10 when we do the final tabulation. So you can do that at the Chris Purple Haze and Bobby Show on Facebook or at Big Dog's Facebook page as well.
Help us decide which record I will attempt tomorrow.
What a dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
Why am I not shocked drugs were involved in this dumbass?
Well, it is the daily dumbass.
26-year-old guy, Dakota Godfrey, broke into his grandma's house in Georgia the other day by headbutting a window.
Oh, God.
Well, because I guess there weren't any rocks or anything available, so you just use your head.
Okay.
He'd been living with her for a while, but she apparently kicked him out recently because, well, he kept doing drugs. She heard the window break, went outside to see what happened, then Dakota threw her to the ground.
Oh.
Yanked her back by her shirt. Oh, by the way, she's 78 years old.
Yeah.
Luckily, she's okay, but did have some bruises. She says Dakota was high when it all went down. He ended up stealing a weed eater. Maybe he thought
that was it?
Yeah, maybe he was just confused.
Nothing else.
Says weed eater.
Weed. I like weed.
We take the weed eater. Sorry. It's not clear why, but we're guessing he wanted to sell it.
Yeah, probably.
Cops caught up with him nearby when they saw him pushing it down.
Pushing it
down the street. Oh, he was pushing it down the street in a baby stroller.
Oh.
That's my baby.
That doesn't make you look high.
Baby stroller with a
weed eater. Are not overly heavy. Like you couldn't carry it. No,
well, he probably stole the baby stroller somewhere else.
Probably so.
He claimed his grandmother has been, known for being a really aggressor.
Yeah,
and attacked him.
Oh, really?
Which no one, they said, believed. Then he freaked out when they told him he was under arrest. He claimed he was, not all there in the head and needed to get checked out.
Yeah, we know. And you're going to. You're going to get checked out.
But they overheard him telling a nurse why they were waiting after they were following through to make sure he was, not going to hurt himself.
Right.
That I just lied about that. I just lied to get out of here. God, took me here, they'll believe me. He is now facing charges of battery of a person over the age of 65.
Oh, that's a separate charge?
Yes.
Beating up somebody that's older?
If you beat up somebody older than apparently 65, it's a heftier charge.
Oh, well, I'm all right with that.
I am
That's
too.
good, yeah. It's going to be a hard sell, too, for anybody to believe you that Grandma started it. She started hitting me first, you dumbass.
What a dumbass.
Big Dog, 97.9. Now that we know 62% of us think that it is perfectly acceptable to eat chip dip straight from the container.
With a spoon.
With a spoon. I say, why stop there? If we're going to throw human decency out the window, let's go all in. As you'll see on my list today.
Okay.
Top 6 other things we should be able to do in public now that it is socially acceptable to eat chip dip with a spoon.
All right. Here we go.
Number 6, grocery shop barefoot.
I've seen people do it. I don't think that stops some.
All right. Number 5, blow our nose on our sleeve.
Why would you ruin your shirt with that when you can just snot rocket it straight to the ground? I like that option better.
Sometimes it's more sticky.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 4, tell a stranger their baby is ugly.
No.
Number 3, stick our junk in a Roomba.
I think I'll pass on that.
Number 2, French kiss a dog.
No. I don't know how many times I've got to tell you people to stop letting your dog lick you in the mouth. You got to stop that.
Well, now that, we're eating chip dip with a spoon,
Yeah.
we throw it out the window.
I guess.
Top 6 list. Number 1, clip her nails on a plane.
No personal hygiene on public transit, please.
Yeah. Number 6, that's your top 6 list. Big Dog, 97.9. I think this is something a 40-year-old bachelor would do, but now apparently it's out of the shadows, and everybody's doing it that I did not realize people were doing it.
Tell me.
And that is everybody, at least 63% of people think it is okay to eat dip straight out of the bowl with a spoon.
Ooh. What kind of dip?
63% of people have said they've done it. 62% say it's socially acceptable.
It's perfectly fine.
So it's all the people that have done it.
Yeah, you're right.
All the people that have done it said, oh, it's fine.
No, everybody does
It's good.
that.
Everybody's doing it.
I do have big questions like what kind of dip, because are we talking like potato chip dip, like French onion dip?
I think it is any dip.
Okay.
I think it covers all dips. And this would be, and it's not necessarily have to be in a restaurant. It could be in your own home. Like, would you just take a spoon into
That's
a
the
dip?
only place I think they do it.
Oh, you do?
Have you ever seen anybody do it at a restaurant?
No.
I think even if you're part of the 60%, most of those people know this is kind of weird. I think it's okay, but it's kind of weird. I wouldn't go out to a restaurant and get the appetizer and eat it with a spoon.
They said it's socially acceptable, so I'm assuming socially.
Yeah.
So it's good that you're out in a restaurant or in front of people.
Have you seen anybody do that?
No.
I don't like it if you re-dip the same chip. Are you going to get a new spoon every time you get a taste?
I think it's implying that it is your
dip alone?
Yes.
This is my dip.
top picks: salsa, guacamole, spinach artichoke dip, queso, buffalo chicken dip, and hummus.
I think a couple of those might be okay. Like buffalo chicken dip, just eat a spoonful of that, fine. It's almost like a casserole. The spinach dip, maybe.
I think I have to eat something with the dip or the dip over. It's just too much. Just to eat with a spoon.
I just don't know the scenario where I wanted a spoonful of salsa by itself. I love salsa.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Dips are made to dip, not to eat by themselves.
I don't understand that either. But are we
Are we the weird ones?
Are we the weird ones? Do you do this?
Do you guys do this? That's the question. Is people doing this? Do you know people doing this?
Yeah, I've never seen anyone do this. I don't know anyone that does this.
And maybe the important fact out of all of this, apparently there's 48%, so almost half of us have polished off a whole container of dip by themselves in one setting.
Hey.
So like Ruffles and French onion dip. The whole container gone.
I probably have done that. I'm not going to say here and be highbrow like I've never done that. I don't know if it's like the big container. Queso, watch out. Get out of the way. If it's queso, I bet I've done it with queso.
If it's queso.
Which is even worse. Cheese? It's just all cheese.
Like a
whole big cup of cheese? I've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, I make an excuse like it's my meal, and it was, but still, I know I've done that.
Yeah, like especially if you get like a to-go queso.
Oh, I'll eat that whole thing. There's no leftover queso. That doesn't exist for me.
The buffalo chicken dip, I probably could too.
Yeah, that too. Do you eat dip with a spoon? Important
I feel
question.
Much worse about myself now. Realizing, oh yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, you went into that with a laugh.
Oh, like, you're not going to eat a whole container by yourself.
Quickly became a introspective
hold on a second.
Deal about the choices we've made.
I think I would do that all the time, actually, if it's cheese or chicken dip or...
For sure.
There's several now that I'm thinking about.
Most varieties, really. Yeah.
But do you?
Yeah.
That's the question.
You can let us know. Chris Purple A's a Bobby Show on Facebook.
Big Dog, 97.9. You know, if I ever was used as a drug mule, I think I would know.
I'm most likely. I don't know. They could just slip it into something that they know you're going to a place.
I guess you can never be too sure.
Yeah.
Take Cameron Diaz. Yes, movie star Cameron Diaz. She thinks it might, she's not sure, it might have happened to her when she tried to start her modeling career in Paris.
She's not certain, but suspects, huh?
She goes, I got like one job, but really I think I was like carrying drugs to Morocco. I swear to God.
We have a modeling job for you, Cameron.
Because she said it was a full year. I didn't work one day. I couldn't book a job to save my life. And then she all of a sudden got that job.
That's funny. That's who they look for, starving actors or models or something like that.
She said it was before the TSA or anything like that. She said it was in the early 90s. They gave me a suitcase that was locked that had my costumes in it, she said, unquote.
Oh, come on. You know what you were doing.
Yeah, you were a drug mule.
You were definitely. If you didn't know what you were doing, you're pretty naive, and that's a possibility. I mean, there's a chance of that.
Yeah, and they asked, of course, this. She told them, quote, when they asked, I don't know. It's not mine. I have no idea whose it is.
What's in the case?
That's what they told her to say if we're asked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if she got caught.
That doesn't keep you from getting arrested, I don't think. We've seen this excuse before in our daily dumbass segments where people have claimed, oh, these aren't my pants. Yeah. They still get arrested every time. I don't think that keeps you from getting arrested at all.
Yeah, she was definitely carrying drugs for somebody.
She just was starving. She didn't care.
Either she was carrying drugs somewhere or she was carrying a lot of money to somewhere.
She was muling.
She was carrying something she wasn't supposed to.
You're guessing it wasn't dresses. I mean, there might have been a dress covering them up on the top. Maybe.
It's locked. Here's a briefcase. Carry this to your job.
If anybody asks you, don't know what's in it.
And don't open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not suspicious at all.
There's no baby to it. We're pretty sure you're a drug mule as well.
Yeah. Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Johnny Depp disses Amber Heard in a song on his new album. It's easy enough to find. It's track number 2. Shawn Mendes suspended his tour to focus on mental health. Suspending concerts for mental health. Can he do that? Asked Kanye. Carlos Santana said he collapsed on stage due to dehydration, and also because even he gets sick of playing Black Magic Woman. And Elon Musk canceled his bid to purchase Twitter. Considering he has 9 kids, people were surprised to see him pull out. This is not headline news.
Big Dog 97.9. Bobby breaks records.
Tomorrow morning, 7:10.
And by looking at it, we had 2 up for grabs that you could vote on because it is up to you to determine what record he tries to break each week. The tallest stack of donuts made in 1 minute while blindfolded.
You were rooting for that one pretty hard because it meant we
Free
had
donuts.
Yeah. And the other was
The farthest tortilla throw.
which just throw. And we don't have any, I'm assuming Frisbee-like. That's the way I'm thinking.
I would assume that's the only way you could throw it very far.
Ball one up in my hand and try to throw it like a baseball, but I don't think it would go very well.
No.
Anyway, those are the 2 up for votes this week.
And it looks like 57% to 43%.
It was close.
So another close because every week leading up to this, it's been 1 vote different.
Yeah.
This one had a couple of vote differences.
Yeah.
People would like to see you toss a tortilla.
Oh, wonderful.
Or throw a tortilla.
Awesome. Okay, so
I was kind of voting for the donuts. You were voting for the tortilla, I think.
I think it'd be fun to try because I'm curious to see how far I can throw a tortilla. 90 foot, 11 inches, I think is the record. It's a long way.
Like over 30 yards.
I know. It's a long way.
That's a long way.
We're gonna have to measure it out here in our parking lot.
Yeah.
And step that off and figure it out. I know once I get up to the start line, it'll be like, oh, I'll never make it that far. But I still want to try.
I'm down here, Bobby.
Yeah.
You got to throw it. I don't even know if we have 90 feet in our parking lot.
Yeah, we got 90 foot out there. We'll be good.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
Well, that's what we're going to attempt tomorrow at 7:10, or Bobby, I should say, is going to attempt at 7:10. We'll have it live on Facebook. We'll have to figure out if we can go live on the air with it as well. I'll have to try to figure that out, but I know we will have it live on Facebook. We'll have it at Big Dog's Facebook page and the Chris Purple Haze and Bobby Show on Facebook Live. The tortilla throw.
We'll still have food for you at least. You have a tortilla. A plain tortilla tomorrow.
I don't think I'm going to partake in that after it hits the pavement.
Are y'all ready, kids?
Ha! What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass? What a dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
30-year-old woman in Florida named Colleen left her 5-year-old son in the car. Last week, it's been kind of hot.
Yeah.
She decided to go shopping at the Dollar General. Someone called 911 after they heard this kid screaming.
Oh, poor little dude.
She left the driver's side window open, but the temperature inside the car was still 107 degrees.
Dang.
And was in there for almost 30 minutes. It's a lot of shopping at the
She was browsing. There's lots of good stuff in there.
Colleen claimed she was only in there for 12 minutes. So
12 exactly? She knew it?
That wasn't a big deal. Cops checked the store's security footage camera, though, and it was actually 28 minutes.
Colleen's watch needs a battery.
Luckily, he is okay. They told her they've seen kids pass away and die after 15 minutes at temperatures that high. She kept arguing with him, though, and claimed it's not a big deal.
Oh.
Well, they did arrest her for child neglect. And they'll use this next part in the court that I'm about to tell you.
Gets worse?
Not the fact. First, I want to say, as hot as it is, do not leave animals or kids in your cars. It gets crazy hot, even with the windows down.
Yeah, it's way too hot.
Don't do it. It's super dangerous.
Yeah.
But they will use this next part in the court, I'm sure. Well, on their drive to the station to book her, she started complaining, "Hey guys, it's too hot back here. Can you crank up the AC?" They said
good.
No.
Yeah. No, I don't think we will.
Yeah.
We're going to sweat it out all the way to the jail.
We're going to sweat it just like you are to prove a point.
Yeah. Good for those cops.
She's facing a maximum of 5 years in jail if she's convicted.
All right. Well, little 5-year-old can go somewhere that, might take him into the Dollar General with him. And she can go to jail, you dumbass.
What a dumbass.
Big Dog, 97.9, point of the show. We find out what we learned on the show today. Bobby, what did you learn?
I will be throwing tortillas in the parking lot tomorrow morning. Like practice at home tonight, see how it goes.
At 7:10, if you would like to stop on by.
I guess you could come watch this one live, huh?
You can watch it live out in the parking lot.
Cheer me up.
Cheer him on.
I guess you could. I didn't even think about that.
Tortilla thrower.
We got to get a tape measure today and go step some place. I've got some sidewalk chalk. The kids do.
Yeah.
I'll bring some of that in, try to make myself a finish line or something out there tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Bobby breaks record 7:10 tomorrow morning. What'd you learn today?
I learned that Cameron Diaz thinks that she was a drug mule, and after hearing her story, discovering really Cameron Diaz was used as a drug mule.
Yeah, it wasn't
a think.
Yeah.
It is a you were.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty obvious. I think she's just throwing the I think maybe thing out there just in case.
Just in case, that way something doesn't come back on her.
That's right. Let's share one more laugh. What do we have?
Pete Holmes on Dollar Store and Shredders.
The dollar store? Thinking about this, though, what do you think the employee discount is at the dollar store? Do you think it's just take it? I don't know if you guys are afraid of identity theft, but I just went out and bought a paper shredder. I love it. Shred everything, receipts, the manual. Because that's the first to go. Last thing I'll mention, I don't know if this is a woman thing, but I was having lunch with my wife today. Out of the blue, she just leans over to me and goes, Pete, I just want you to know, if I ever get really sick and I'm in the hospital, it's okay if you want to move on with your life and see other people. You feel how tense it is right now? That's how tense it was. She meant it to be sweet, but she really just freaked me out. Like next time I have the flu, she'll be like, this is Julio.